The Galactic Council Hall was the biggest place in the known universe. It floated in deep space, shining with cold blue lights. Inside, leaders from hundreds of alien races sat on high platforms. Some were tall and armored. Some had sharp claws. Some did not even look alive. They were powerful. They were proud. And today, they were bored. At the center of the hall stood one single human. His name was Ethan Cole. He was not tall like the warrior races. He did not wear heavy armor. He had no guards behind him, just a simple uniform. Calm eyes. Straight posture. Many aliens looked at him and laughed quietly. A human. Alone. Ethan had come to speak for Earth. When it was his turn, he stepped forward. "My people wish for cooperation," Ethan said. "Humans want peace, trade, and shared protection." The hall went silent for a moment. Then the laughter came. It started small. Then it grew louder. One alien leader stood up. He was massive, covered in metal skin. His voice echoed like thunder. "Peace?" The alien mocked. "Humans are weak. You have no natural weapons. No claws. No armor." Another alien joined in. "You break easily. Your kind survives only because stronger races allow it." Ethan listened. He did not interrupt. He did not argue. A third alien leaned forward, eyes glowing. "Tell us, human," she said with a sharp smile. "Who is your alpha?" The hall became quiet again. "Every strong species has an alpha male," she continued. "One leader, one dominant force, who leads humans." Ethan answered calmly. "Humans do not follow one ruler by force," he said. "We choose our leaders." The aliens burst into laughter again. "Then you have no alpha," the metal-skinned leader said. "You are a species without dominance, without order. Packless," another voice said. "Lost." The word spread through the hall. Packless, weak, laughable. Ethan felt the weight of their words, but he did not bend. Inside him, something old stirred. The aliens thought alpha meant the strongest body, the biggest claws, the loudest roar. They did not understand humans. One alien elder stood slowly. He was ancient, with eyes that had seen many wars. "Human," the elder said, "history shows your kind is violent, but unfocused. You fight each other more than your enemies." The elder shook his head. "A divided species cannot be alpha." A fan finally raised his eyes. "You see division," he said softly, "but you do not see what binds us." The aliens leaned in, curious now. "What binds you?" The elder asked. Ethan answered honestly. "Loyalty, memory, survival." Some aliens laughed again. Others watched him closely. "You mistake kindness for weakness," Ethan continued. "You mistake silence for fear." The metal-skinned leader stepped closer. "If humans are strong," he said, "why do you stand here alone?" That question cut deep. Ethan paused. Then he smiled. "Because," he said, "the alpha does not always arrive with his pack." The hall went quiet. The alien leader sneered. Empty words. The council voted quickly. Human requests were denied. No alliance. No protection. No respect. As Ethan turned to leave, the laughter followed him. "Run back to your soft world." Someone shouted, "Stay out of galactic wars." Ethan stopped at the exit. He turned slowly. For the first time, his voice changed. It was still calm, but now it was cold. "You laugh because you believe strength is loud," Ethan said. "You believe the alpha must shout." He looked at every leader in the hall. But humans learned something long ago. The laughter faded when the pack is scattered, Ethan continued. The true alpha walks alone, gathering them. He stepped toward the light of space. "I will return," he said. "And next time," he paused, "I will not be alone." The doors closed behind him. The council hall was silent. Some aliens felt uneasy. Others shrugged it off. A human threat? Someone laughed. Impossible, but far away on Earth. Ethan returned home. And in the forgotten places of his world, the pack began to awaken. Earth was loud. Cities were full of noise, lights, and endless movement. But Ethan did not return to the bright places. He went where the galaxy never looked. The forgotten zones. Old military camps, abandoned training grounds, cold lands where people learned to survive the hard way. Ethan walked alone at first. News of the Galactic Council spread fast. Aliens had laughed at humanity. They had called humans weak. Many people were angry. Most were tired. Humans had always been told to stay small. Ethan stood before a group of old soldiers one night. They sat around a fire, quiet and watching. "I am not here to beg," Ethan said. "I am here to remind you who you are." One soldier laughed bitterly. "Aliens rule the stars," he said. "We barely rule our own lives." Ethan nodded. "That is true," he replied. "But tell me something. When danger comes, who survives?" The fire cracked loudly. "The one who adapts," another soldier answered. Ethan smiled. "Exactly." He spoke about history, about humans facing extinction again and again. Ice ages, wars, monsters real and imagined. "We did not survive because we were strongest," Ethan said. "We survived because we stayed together." Some listened. Some doubted, but no one walked away. Ethan did not promise power. He promised purpose. Days turned into weeks. More people came. Hunters, engineers, medics, former fighters, not heroes. Just humans. Ethan trained with them. He ran when they ran. He bled when they bled. He never stood above them. Slowly, something changed. They stopped calling him Sir. They started watching him, following his pace, matching his steps. They did not vote him leader. They felt it. Ethan became the center, Alpha, not because he demanded it, because he earned it. Far above Earth, alien sensors noticed movement. Human activity was increasing. But not like before. No chaos. No panic. Order. Alien scouts were sent. Small ships entered Earth space. Hidden and silent. They watched humans training in harsh lands. No fear. No loud talk, only focus. One scout reported back. "These humans move as a unit," it said. "They cover each other without commands." Another report followed. "They are building packs." The alien commanders laughed. "Let them play soldier," they said. But something bothered them. Humans were not racing for ships. They were not copying alien weapons. They were improving themselves. Bodies stronger, minds sharper. Ethan gathered the group one night. "The galaxy thinks humans have no alpha," he said. "They think we follow fear." He looked at every face. "Fear is useful," Ethan continued, "but loyalty is stronger." He placed his hand over his chest. "An alpha does not stand alone," he said. "He stands last." The group understood. From that night, they called themselves the Pack. No flags, no speeches, only a rule: no one is left behind. Weeks later, the first test came. A remote human colony was attacked by space raiders, alien pirates. Fast and cruel. The galaxy expected humans to beg for help. They didn't. Ethan's pack moved. Small ships, fast strikes. They did not fight for glory. They fought like hunters. Silent approach, quick attacks, perfect timing. The raiders were gone within hours. Alien sensors caught the battle. Late, too late. The pirates were destroyed. Survivors told one story: humans fought like one mind. The Galactic Council received the report. Some laughed it off. "Luck," they said, but an old alien elder felt uneasy. "Luck does not move like that," he whispered. On Earth, Ethan stood watching the sunrise. His pack stood behind him, stronger, now connected. But Ethan knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy had laughed at one human. Now it had awakened many. And somewhere in deep space, the aliens were finally paying attention. The galaxy was no longer laughing, not openly. Strange reports were spreading through alien networks. Human ships moving with purpose. Human fighters acting like trained predators. Most alien leaders still believed it was nothing, but some wanted proof. So they sent hunters. 3 alien scout ships entered human space. Silent, fast, arrogant. Their mission was simple: find the human alpha, break the pack, end the problem early, on Earth. Ethan felt it before any alarm sounded. Something was wrong. He stood still, eyes closed, listening not to machines, to patterns. Eyes on the sky. He said quietly. The pack reacted at once. No shouting. No panic. Each human moved to position. The scouts watched from orbit. These are not soldiers, one alien commander said. They act on instinct. The scouts chose a remote zone to strike. A place with little defense. They wanted fear. They landed at night. Ground shook as alien warriors stepped out, tall, armed, confident. They did not hide. They wanted to be seen. Ethan watched through a drone feed. They are testing us, someone said. Ethan nodded. Then we answer, he replied. He did not say attack, he said hunt. The pack split into smaller units. Each group knew its role. No orders were repeated. No questions asked. The aliens moved forward. Weapons ready. Then the lights went out. Human drones blocked the sky. Signals jammed. Sound disappeared. The aliens stopped. This is impossible, one scout said. Humans do not have this tech. A shadow moved, then another. The first alien fell without a sound. The rest turned, firing wildly. Nothing hit. Humans were already gone. The pack moved like wolves, surround, confuse, strike. Ethan moved with them. Ahead, not behind. With an alien warrior charged him, claws raised. Ethan stepped aside, calm and precise. He struck once. The alien fell. The scouts began to panic. Where is the alpha? One alien shouted. Ethan spoke from the dark. You found him. The battle ended fast. Too fast. The surviving aliens ran back to their ships. They escaped. Barely. From orbit, they sent a message to the council. Humans are organized, the report said. They fight as packs. They protect each other. They adapt. One line shook the council. We believe the human alpha is real. Back on Earth, the pack gathered. No cheers. No celebration. They had lost 2 people. Ethan stood before them. They died protecting the pack, he said. He bowed his head. So did everyone else. From that moment, loyalty deepened. Not because of victory, because of loss. Alien leaders argued. Some demanded war. Others demanded caution. An ancient alien general spoke at last. Do not corner a species that fights this way, he warned. They are not afraid of pain. But the warning came too late. A powerful alien warlord watched the reports. He smiled. An alpha, he said. Let us see how strong he is. Alone. He ordered a challenge sent directly to Ethan, a public duel. Alpha versus Alpha. The message spread across the galaxy. On Earth. Ethan read it. He looked at his pack. They want me alone, he said. The pack stepped forward as one. You will not go alone, someone said. Ethan shook his head. An alpha protects the pack, he replied. Even from himself. He accepted the challenge. The galaxy waited. Aliens believed this would end the human threat. They were wrong, because they misunderstood one thing. A true alpha is never alone, even when he stands by himself. The Galactic Council Hall had not changed. It was still massive, still bright, still full of powerful alien leaders. But the mood was different. There was no laughter. Screens around the hall showed one image again and again. Human fighters moving as one. Alien scouts running in fear. Whispers filled the air. Humans hunt. They protect their own. They have an alpha. The doors opened. Silence fell instantly. Ethan walked in. He wore no armor. No weapons were visible. But he was not the same human they had mocked. His steps were calm. His eyes were steady. His presence felt heavy. Behind him, the doors closed. Stood alone in the center of the hall, just like before. But this time, no one laughed. The metal-skinned alien leader leaned forward slowly. "You return quickly, human," he said. "Have you come to beg again?" Ethan looked up. "No," he replied simply. "I came because you called." Murmurs spread. The ancient alien elder studied Ethan carefully. "You accepted the duel," the elder said. "Alpha versus Alpha." "Yes," Ethan answered. A massive hologram appeared. The challenger revealed himself. He was huge, covered in scars and armor made from defeated enemies. His name echoed through the hall. Crothar, devourer of packs. He smiled when he saw Ethan. "So this is the human Alpha?" Crothar laughed. "You look small." Ethan said nothing. Crothar stepped closer to the hologram. "I will break you," he said. "And when you fall, your pack will scatter." The hall waited for Ethan to respond. Ethan finally spoke. "You misunderstand something," he said calmly. "My pack does not exist because of me." Crothar frowned. "I exist because of my pack." The words hit harder than any shout. Some alien leaders shifted uneasily. The duel location was chosen. Neutral combat arena in deep space. No armies. No interference. Just two ALPHAs. Before leaving, Ethan turned to the council. "You laughed at humans," he said. "You thought strength meant size." He paused. "Today you will learn what strength really is." The arena was cold and empty. Stars burned in the distance. Ethan stood alone on one side. Tar appeared on the other. The alien Alpha was massive. Every step shook the ground. "You should have brought your pack," Crothar said. Ethan shook his head. "I brought them," he replied. Crothar looked around and laughed. "I see no one." Ethan touched his chest. "They are here." The duel began. Crothar attacked first, fast, violent, overwhelming. Ethan was thrown back, crashing hard. The alien Alpha laughed. "This is your Alpha?" Crothar mocked. "A fragile body." Ethan stood up slowly. Blood ran down his face, but his eyes were calm. He moved again. Not faster. Smarter. Kr Atar. Struck, retreated. Every move had purpose. Minutes passed. Crothar began to breathe heavier. "You run like prey," he growled. Ethan spoke between breaths. "No," he said. "I move like a hunter." Suddenly, Ethan changed rhythm. He stepped inside Crothar's reach. A risky move. Crothar smiled. Then, Ethan struck a weak joint. Once. Twice. The alien Alpha roared in pain. For the first time, fear crossed his face. "You learned this from others," Crothar hissed. Ethan nodded. "From my pack." The final moment came fast. Crothar charged with everything he had. Ethan did not run. He stood his ground. At the last second, he moved aside and used the alien's weight against him. Crothar fell, hard. The arena went silent. Ethan stood over him, breathing heavy, injured, unbroken. Crothar tried to rise. He COULDN single quotes a true Alpha protects, he said. He does not dominate for pride. Crothar lowered his head. Defeated. The galaxy watched in shock. Back in the council hall, silence ruled. The same aliens who once laughed now stared in fear. The ancient elder finally spoke. "The humans have an Alpha." Ethan turned away from the fallen alien. He looked toward the stars, toward Earth, toward his pack. This was not the end. It was a warning. The duel ended, but its echo spread everywhere. Across the galaxy. Screens replayed the moment again and again. The giant alien Alpha falling. The humans still standing. No tricks. No hidden weapons. Just will and control. In the Galactic Council hall, no one spoke. The same leaders who once mocked humans now avoided each other's eyes. The metal-skinned leader finally broke the silence. This changes nothing, he said, though his voice was weaker. One human does not represent a species. The ancient elder turned slowly. One human does not, the elder said. But a pack does. More reports began to arrive. Human packs moving between systems. Human ships escorting weak colonies. Human fighters stopping pirate raids without asking permission. They did not conquer. They did not claim land. They protected. That confused the galaxy. Most powerful races ruled through fear. Humans ruled through loyalty, on Earth. Ethan returned quietly. There was no celebration. The pack waited for him in silence. When Ethan stepped forward, they did not cheer. They simply stood straighter. You faced an alpha alone, one of them said. You did not have to. Ethan shook his head. If I fall, he said, the pack survives. That is the rule. Those words spread among humans everywhere. Soon, more packs formed, not under one flag, not under one command, but under one idea: protect the pack, protect humanity. Alien worlds began to notice the change. A small alien colony, long abused by raiders, sent a signal, not to the council. To humans. They expected nothing. Human ships arrived within hours. No speeches. No demands. They drove the raiders away and left supplies behind. The aliens watched in silence as humans departed. They didn't take anything. One alien whispered. They took responsibility, another replied. Fear changed shape. It was no longer fear of humans. It was fear of being without them. Some alien leaders resisted. A warlord attacked a human-protected route. He wanted to test them. He lost everything. Human packs did not rage. They responded, precise, fast, final. The warlords' fleet vanished. The message was clear. Humans do not threaten, but they finish what they start. Back at the council, arguments turned into negotiations. We need an agreement with Earth, one leader said. The metal-skinned alien clenched his fists. They are still soft, he said. They feel too much. The ancient elder looked at him. That is why they are dangerous, he replied. They fight for each other. And Vin was invited back to the council. This time he was not summoned. He was requested. When he arrived, the hall stood. Not in fear. In respect. You have changed the balance, the elder said. What do humans want? Ethan answered honestly. Peace, he said, but not at the cost of dignity. Some aliens shifted uneasily. No one owns humans, Ethan continued. No one commands them. He looked around the hall. But we will not watch others suffer. A silence followed. Then one alien leader lowered his head. We mocked you, she said. We were wrong. Others followed. Not all, but enough. From that day, human packs were recognized. Not as mercenaries, not as soldiers for hire, but as guardians. Ethan did not accept a throne. He did not accept the title. He returned to Earth. But the galaxy had already changed. Children on distant worlds spoke stories of humans, not as monsters, not as weaklings, but as protectors who never leave their own behind. Far away, in the dark edges of space, something ancient stirred. An empire older than the council itself. They watched the human rise with cold interest. Pack creatures, a voice said. Interesting. The ancient empire smiled. Let us see how they face extinction. On Earth, Ethan stood beneath the stars. His pack stood with him, stronger, united, unaware that a greater storm was coming. But one thing was certain. The galaxy no longer laughed at humans. It was learning to fear losing them. The galaxy enjoyed a short moment of peace. Human packs guarded trade routes. Weak worlds slept safely for the first time in years. Pirates disappeared. Slavers hid. Many believed the balance was set. They were wrong. Far beyond known space, in regions no map showed, something ancient woke up. A massive structure drifted in the dark. Black metal. Silent power. Inside it, beings older than the galactic Council watched the stars. They were called the Dominion. They did not rule through fear. They ruled through erasing. Entire species had vanished because of them. A tall figure studied the reports. Humans, it said slowly, pack-based, emotion-driven, adaptive. Another voice replied, dangerous traits. The Dominion did not. Hate humans. They studied them. And then they decided. Packs create resistance, the leader said. Remove the alpha. And the pack collapses. The plan was simple. Do not fight humans directly, hunt their bonds. The first attack did not look like war. A human-protected alien colony went silent. No distress signal, no explosion. Just gone. Ethan felt it. He stood still when the report arrived. That colony had no enemies, someone said. No pirates, no warlords. Ethan's jaw tightened. This was not an attack, he said. It was a test. More reports followed. Human packs ambushed in deep space. Ships disabled without warning. Teams disappearing without bodies. No messages. No survivors. Fear returned. Not loud fear. Quiet fear. The kind that spreads slowly. The Galactic Council panicked. This is beyond us, one leader said. We have never faced this enemy. They turned to Ethan. You must stop them. Ethan did not answer immediately. Instead, he asked one question. Do they hunt alone or in groups? The council hesitated. In groups, the elder replied. Perfect coordination. Ethan nodded. They hunt like we do. The realization hit hard. The Dominion was not random. They were predators. Hunters of hunters. Ethan returned to Earth and called all packs. Not into one place, into one network. No heroes, Ethan said over the link. No solo fights. He looked tired, but listen carefully, he continued. They are not stronger than us. Someone asked quietly, then why are we losing people? Ethan answered honestly, because they understand one thing, he said. They understand packs, he paused, and they are trying to break ours. The Dominion struck again. This time they sent a message, a single image, a human pack surrounded, frozen in place by unknown tech. Then erased. The message ended with words in ancient code. Stand alone. Survive. Stand together. Die. Anger burned across human channels. They want us divided. Someone said. Ethan shook his head. No, he said. They fear us united. He changed strategy. Human packs stopped moving in open space. They vanished from sensors. They slowed down. The galaxy thought humans were retreating. The Dominion smiled. Then the trap closed. Human packs reappeared. Everywhere. Not attacking. Rescuing. Pulling survivors from destroyed worlds. Saving alien children. Protecting evacuation lines. The Dominion targeted one rescue zone. They sent a full hunter group. Ethan was there. Not as a symbol. As a soldier. The battle was brutal. Dominion fighters were precise and cold. Humans adapted. When tech failed, they used bodies. When plans broke, they trusted instinct. Ethan took a hit meant for someone else. He fell hard. The pack did not panic. They closed ranks. They fought harder, not because Ethan led them, but because he belonged to them. The Dominion commander watched from orbit. These humans do not break, it said. They reinforce. For the first time, doubt appeared. Ethan stood again, injured, bleeding, still alpha. He looked at the sky and spoke quietly. You made one mistake, he said. The Dominion listened. You studied how we fight, Ethan continued. But you did not understand why. The pack moved as one. Not ordered. Not commanded. Chosen. The Dominion forces retreated, not defeated, but cautious back in the dark regions of space. The ancient leaders met. Humans do not collapse without an alpha, one said. They become stronger. The leader was silent for a long time. Then, it said slowly, we must erase the idea of the pack itself. On Earth, Ethan rested among his people. He knew the truth now. This was no longer about respect. It was about survival. The storm had not passed. It only changed direction. The Dominion returned. Not in secret this time. Not in silence. Their fleets appeared across human-protected space like dark shadows. Thousands of ships, cold, perfect. The galaxy froze. Alien worlds sent desperate calls to the Galactic Council. The Council had no answers. There was only one name left to call. Ethan. Ethan stood before a wall of screens. Each screen showed a different human pack. Some were tired, some were injured. Some had already lost people, but none were broken. The Dominion sent their final message. One simple line, broadcast everywhere. Surrender your alpha. The rest may live. Silence followed. The galaxy waited. Aliens believed this would end it. They believed humans would choose survival over unity. Ethan closed his eyes. Then he spoke. They think I am the alpha, he said calmly. They think removing me will end us. He looked at the screens. They are wrong, someone protested. You are our alpha. Ethan nodded. I was, he said. But an alpha is not a person. He took a breath. It is a role. Across the network, humans listened. An alpha protects the pack, Ethan continued. But today, the pack protects the future. He straightened. From this moment, Ethan said, every human who stands for another is alpha. The message spread like fire. Human packs answered together. Not with words. With action. Every human ship moved. Not to attack. Not to retreat. They moved to protect. Human fighters formed shields around alien worlds. Human medics landed in burning cities. Human engineers kept failing defenses alive. The Dominion attacked. Hard. World after world burned. But humans did not run. They held lines. They bought time. They died together. The Dominion commander watched in disbelief. They are sacrificing themselves, it said, for others. Yes, another voice replied. That is the problem. The final battle came near Earth. The Dominion aimed to erase the symbol. Ethan stood on the command deck of a human ship. He knew this was the end. Not just for him, for everything. As Dominion weapons charged, human ships formed a wall. Thousands of small ships, different packs, different leaders. One species. Ethan opened a final channel. To the galaxy, he said. His voice was calm. You believed strength was dominance, Ethan said. You believed survival meant standing alone. He looked at the enemy fleet. Humans survived because we never stand alone. The Dominion fired. The sky turned white. Human ships fell. But more took their place. The line did not break. Inside the Dominion fleet, systems began to fail. Human boarding teams entered silently, not to conquer. To disable. The Dominion had no answer for this. They were built to erase worlds, not to face sacrifice. The commander finally understood. These humans cannot be erased, it said. They are not centralized. They are everywhere, another replied. Ethan's ship was hit, critical damage. The crew tried to pull him away. Ethan refused. Hold the line, he said. The last thing he saw was human ships still moving forward, still protecting, still fighting. The Dominion fleet began to withdraw, not because it was defeated, but because it had failed. Across the galaxy, the attack stopped. The ancient empire vanished back into the dark. They left behind silence and survival. Days later, the galaxy counted losses. Humans had paid the highest price. Entire packs were gone. Ethan was missing, presumed dead, on Earth. People gathered in silence. No statues were built. No throne was raised. Instead, something new happened. Human children trained together. Human packs shared leaders. Alien worlds flew human symbols beside their own. The Galactic Council met again. This time, they stood. The ancient elder spoke softly. Humans are no longer a young species, he said. They are a foundation. The council voted unanimously. Humans were named guardians of the galactic pact. Not rulers. Not kings. Protectors. Far from Earth, a damaged human ship drifted. Inside, Ethan opened his eyes. Alive. Saved by his pack. He smiled weakly. The pack had not needed an alpha to survive. They had become one, together.